Episode 56. Han Li stood with his back to the black bear, facing the crowd locked in combat. The black bear had lightened its step, but how could it possibly escape Han Li's notice? So when the black bear was just a few steps away and began its ferocious pounce, Han Li's body shifted ever so slightly. He suddenly, unnaturally, turned to face the bear head-on, and as it charged, he offered it a faint, knowing smile. The black bear was shocked, but it was already committed to the lunge and couldn't pull back. He thrust out his two huge black-furred hands, grabbing viciously for Han Li. Seeing the burly man still foolishly lunging at him, Han Li's face darkened. In a flash, he vanished from the black bear's sight. Black bear's heart screamed a warning. He tried to skid to a halt and turn to flee, but then a sudden chill pierced the back of his neck. A gleaming sword tip shot out from his throat and vanished just as quickly. Black Bear desperately clutched at his throat, where blood was gurgling out in a sickening rush. Sun Ergu's face instantly turned ashen. He had watched the young man ghost around Black Bear's back, draw a flexible sword from his waist, and with a single, effortless thrust, pierce straight through Black Bear's throat. He was currently pulling out a white cloth to wipe down that gleaming, sharp blade. The young man seemed to sense Sun Ergu's gaze. He looked up and gave him a light, knowing smile. Sun Ergu immediately recoiled, yanking his gaze away as if he'd seen a venomous snake.
This kid is no fat sheep at all. That's no lamb to the slaughter. That's the king of hell himself. We little ghosts just stumbled blindly right into the hands of the king of hell. We really did bring this death upon ourselves.
Sun Ergu's only hope now was that his men could subdue the giant. If they did, he might still have a chance to negotiate and save his own skin. But when Sun Ergu saw the situation by the giant man, he was... Over 20 men lay on the ground, unmoving and covered in blood. The giant stood with his arms crossed. He saw Sun Ergu looking his way and met his gaze with a cold, indifferent stare. Though the giant's face was hidden by his cloak, Sun Ergu could still feel a bestial, bloodthirsty aura wash over him.
Soul drive, kill.
No, don't. I surrender. I'm willing to give all my family's wealth to you, young master. I'll be your loyal servant. I'll work for you like an ox or a horse. I know everything about Home City. I can be your loyal hound, your willing steed.
Sun Ergu saw the giant, Ku Hun, advancing toward him like a demon. He collapsed to the ground in terror, babbling incoherent pleas for mercy.
If we spare his miserable life, we can use him to gather information about the city. That's a good idea. Hold off for now. Are you familiar with Jiayun City?
Oh, I know it like the back of my hand. I've lived in this city since I was a boy. I know every single blade of grass here.
Sun Ergu felt as if he'd grabbed a lifeline. He would have gladly exaggerated his earlier words tenfold, just to make himself seem useful. Han Li heard this answer, rubbed his nose, tilted his head in thought, then pulled a pill from his person and tossed it to Sun Ergu. Sun Ergu took the pill, his hand trembling slightly. He stared at the object in his hand. But when his gaze met the other's icy stare, he shuddered, then raised his hand and swallowed the pill.
Good. Now I can trust you. This is corroding heart elixir, my own secret formula. You must take the antidote once a month, or your internal organs will rot away and you'll die. I trust you're a sensible man, not one to waver.
Sun Ergu had braced himself for this, but hearing the full effects of the pill he'd swallowed, his face fell into a picture of misery.
Don't worry. Once you help me finish the business in Jiayuan City, I'll completely neutralize the poison and give you your freedom. With your skills, you'd be useless to me anywhere else.
Yes, young master.
This silver is for your expenses. Clean this place up first. I don't want anyone to know what happened here. Understood?
Han Li tossed a pouch of silver to Sun Ergu. The man caught it, gave it a slight heft, and felt its weight. It was heavy, probably containing over 100 taels of loose silver inside. A pleased look crossed his face. Maybe working for this incredibly generous young man wasn't such a bad thing after all.
Don't you worry, young master. I'll have this place sorted out perfectly. No trouble for you at all.
All right, I'm off. I need to find an inn and get some rest. Come find me first thing tomorrow morning. As the local power here, I trust you can find your way to my door without any trouble.
Yes, yes. I'll be at your door first thing tomorrow morning, ready to serve, young master.
Han Li thought for a moment, then had Ku Hun shoulder the large pack, and they slowly left the area. After walking a fair distance, Han Li glanced back at Sun Ergu. The man was still standing right where he'd been left, watching him depart with a look of unwavering loyalty.
Interesting.
Han Li suddenly found this person quite interesting. He was perceptive. He might actually prove to be very useful.
The Golden Exchange Society I founded boasts 64,000 ordinary members and over 7,000 core members. It stands as one of the three great powers of Lanzhou. Our main headquarters is located in Jiayuan City. In my life, I've taken 5 wives and fathered 2 daughters. My first wife, Lady Jin, was a gentle soul. She was the only daughter of Jin Kan, the chief escort of the Golden Master Escort Agency. She was murdered, and she left behind a daughter, Mo Yushu. The second wife, Lady Li, is well-educated and refined, the daughter of a prominent family. She has borne no children. The third madam, Lady Lu, is fiery by nature, but quite ambitious. She's the younger sister of Lu Feng, the master of the Long Wind sect in Qulin City. She has no children of her own. Keep a close eye on her. The fourth madam, Lady Yan, is my cousin. She is steady by nature, exceptionally shrewd, and possesses the bearing of a great house. She has borne a daughter, Mo Kaihuan. Before I left, I transferred most of the authority of the Golden Handover Association to Yan. She can be trusted. The fifth madam, Lady Wang, is a quiet woman, utterly devoted to me. She was the personal maid of the original first wife, Lady Jin. She bore no children, but secretly commands a hidden force. She is absolutely trustworthy. My adopted daughter, Mo Fengwu. She was the daughter of a former trusted subordinate. After her parents died, I took her in. She was only 7 when I left, but she was sharp as a whip. Yan Ge, my eldest disciple, his aptitude was average, but I taught him the supreme art, the phantom shadow hand. He was 12 when he left, his character still unformed. Zhao Kun, my second disciple, exceptional talent. I taught him the supreme art, the dragon binding technique. He was 10 when he left, his character still unformed. Ma Kongtian, my sworn brother. He serves as the chief protector of the Golden Exchange Society. His temperament.
Han Li held Dr. Mo's last testament in his hand, deep in thought within an upper room of the Huiyuan Inn. The letter was written in great detail. It not only laid out the structure of the Golden Hand Society founded by Dr. Mo, but also gave a rough overview of the temperaments of all his wives. It gave Han Li a bit of reassurance.
So, what's the plan? Should I make contact with Dr. Mo's wife, or just steal the jade and vanish? It looks like I'll have to decide after I get the full picture. That means the local snake Sun Ergu, who I subdued yesterday, will come in very handy. I should be able to get a lot of useful information from him.
After reading the suicide note over once more, Han Li tucked it into his robes. He tilted his head back in thought for a moment, then walked over and sat down on the bed. He sat with his legs spread apart, placed his palms face up on his knees, closed his eyes, and began to examine the state of his body. The Nasi Yin cold poison within his dantian had begun to show signs of spreading outward a month ago. What began as a faint, almost imperceptible shadow has now condensed into a black mass the size of a pea, and it's still growing.
I estimate it'll take at most 2 more months for this yin poison to erupt completely. By then, I'm afraid there'll be no escaping death.
Just as Han Li was stewing in his worries, silently vowing to get his hands on that warm sun jade, someone knocked on the door.
Come in.
Sun Ergu entered with his head bowed and offered Han Li a deep bow.
Good day, young master. Sun Ergu is here to follow your orders, sir.
Not bad. You found me so quickly. You really do have some skill.
You flatter me, young master. Well, if I couldn't even manage a little thing like this, what use would there be in the young master keeping a wretch like me alive?
Right?
After Sun Ergu returned that day, it wasn't that he hadn't considered reporting Han Li's matter to his superiors and bringing back experts for revenge, but the thought of having swallowed that heart-rotting pill instantly drained his courage. After a whole night of agonizing over it, he still hadn't come up with a solution. Left with no other choice, he had no option but to obediently go and see Han Li. He hoped that by helping the other party, he would truly receive the antidote and be cured of this life-threatening, heart-rotting pill.
Start by telling me who you are. From the way you acted that day, you seem to be a bit of a boss yourself.
I'm with the four-piece gang in the West City, and I manage that dock. I've got about 40 or 50 men under me, so yeah, I suppose you could call me a boss.
The Siping Gang?
Yeah. The Siping Gang is one of the 33 minor gangs in the West District of Jiayuan City. They've got nearly 1,000 members. Most of them are dock workers and porters, you know. The boss is Yuanbi Shen Chongshan. He's got 3 chief enforcers under him.
Was that big, dark-skinned guy who came at me yesterday also from the four-piece gang?
No, he's not. That guy's called Black Bear. He's the head of the Iron Fist Society, one of the 33 guilds. We've never really seen eye to eye.
If the West City alone has this many small gangs, then the entire home city must be crawling with them.
Yeah. In the entire home city, there are over 40 small gangs with less than 1,000 members each, 7 or 8 medium-sized ones with 2,000 to 3,000, and 3 major gangs with over 10,000 members.
Then tell me about the major and medium-sized gangs. Skip the small ones.
Han Li swept his robe aside and sat on the edge of the bed, waiting quietly for Sun Ergu to begin his account.